Hello everybody, Minstorm here, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron for the Comintern. In the last episode, we began our work to clean up and consolidate Europe. So we launched a war against the remnant of Bulgaria. We were able to take that out and then create our own Socialist Republic of Bulgaria. And we also attacked the small state of Austria that had been created during the initial World War II peace conference and integrated that into Hungary. So that was taken care of. Now, while we were working on that, a fascist rebellion occurred in Canada. So, with Canada in civil war, we joined the Canadian Civil War, allowing me to drag the rest of the faction in, allowing the United States, or the Communist States of America, to assist the Canadian communists in regaining their country from the fascists. So that was taken care of. But interestingly, the Yugoslavia, which was fascist, joined the fascist rebels from Canada into a faction, bringing Yugoslavia into the war, allowing me to basically attack them for free. So we attacked and took out Yugoslavia, making all of Yugoslavia a puppet state. So I've decided to just go ahead and make it one big piece rather than a bunch of little parts. But we still have a little bit to take care of. We need Montenegro to be reintegrated into Yugoslavia. So that's what we're working on now. We are also setting up plans for an attack on Portugal. So hopefully that will work. So we got naval invasions all set up and ready to go to hit Portugal and begun justifying a war goal with Portugal. The goal is to make Portugal a puppet and release Portugal's colonies as independent, get Angola and Mozambique as independent states. Well, as puppet states, but, separate from the Portuguese Empire. We also have this piece here, which doesn't really have anything. There's no other cores, so I'm not sure what we're going to do with that. We might just annex it. And there is this little piece over here of Portugal, which means we might drag the Chinese into the war so that they can take that and then we can give it to the Chinese. Or I'll just annex it and then hand it to the Chinese normally. That actually might be the better option, is annex it in the peace conference and then just hand it to China once we're done. Okay, so I think that is where we're at the moment. So let's just go ahead and unpause it, get things moving. We are currently influencing Switzerland to become communist. They are at 51% now, so they should hopefully flip soon. The next election is in October of 59, but they might have a referendum sooner. And we've also begun influencing Ireland, so hopefully they will flip over communist and then join our faction. I think Switzerland probably will, because they're completely surrounded by my faction, so they'll have a large strategic interest to joining us. At least that's my hope anyway. And then the last piece of Europe that needs to be dealt with is Denmark, which we're probably going to go to war with Denmark, so that we can, at the very least, release, Iceland, right? Iceland. Yep. And this, and probably for Greenland, we'll probably just annex that ourselves. Haven't made firm decisions on that yet. And then with Europe, Africa taken care of. We have the Middle East. We'll have Central Asia and East Asia we'll have to deal with, and South and Central America to take care of. And then we'll be done. So, moving along pretty well. And my wonder here is if I shouldn't use my influence or if we should go to war. Let's start influencing Tibet. Let's see how that goes. When was this going to be? 8th of May. Okay. So, 5 more months. And this was going to be 6th of June. They have no army, so I'm not worried about this one. We do need to make some preparations for Portugal, however, as far as getting Air Force in position. And probably... and fleets. So, let's see, fleets. We have 2 fleets. What I might want to do is actually bring them back to Leningrad. Remerge everybody and then basically create new fleets. Because those guys have been beaten up a little bit. They've lost some ships. So we need to reorganize the fleets a little bit. Let's see, what about our reserve? We have 4 new carriers, 4 new battleships, 9 battle cruisers. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good selection there. Oh, the one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning is that after the end of the last episode, I had to go into production and kind of scale back a little bit because we had lost access to a lot of steel when some of our puppets changed their status. So I didn't feel like importing more steel, so I just backed off the ship production. We have plenty of ships for what we need to do now. What I'm also going to need to do is start setting up submarines. Let's see, all subs, split them off. Alright, so subs and subs. Merge them together. Create a couple of new fleets. Go with 20 subs a fleet. Sounds like a good number. Alright, yep. Justification of war is proceeding. There we are. So now we should have a whole bunch of submarine fleets. And now you, and you are all going to merge back in a naval reserve. And we'll create a new fleet. Oh, not from you. From you. Actually, we don't need a commander on the Naval Reserve because it's just a big pile of ships. It's not an actual combat fleet. Let's see, 4 battle cruisers. With a couple of our big battleships. This should be fast enough to keep up. And 4 carriers. Like 30 destroyers. Ten heavy cruisers and 10 light cruisers. There we go. There's a good carrier group. Let's get these guys deployed out to a nice port, which here sounds good. And we'll probably send some submarines over there as well. Like you and you. These 2 fleets of subs. For time being, I'll have them port up in Sussex. And we're going to need some planes. What kind of airfields do we have available? We got 1,500 planes we can put there. That one's pretty much full. 600. 500. 1,500 planes should be plenty. So let's see, we're gonna need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fighters, jet fighters. Bring them all over there. And close air supports. I guess we go jet attack bombers. There we go. And we'll put everybody up over Iberia. And have the missions assigned. And ready to go. Switzerland hasn't flipped yet, though they're at 53%. They're still solidly communist. Still at 60%. Okay, so good. We're going to try and take down Portugal ourselves. We're not going to bring in any allies. April 1st. We've got one month to go for Montenegro. Alright, we've got these 3 armies. Do I have... You guys... I do have armor. Actually, no. You guys don't want to do that. I want you to go by ship. So I think I actually have to click on the port, right? There we go. Yeah, that'll be the fastest way for them to get there. And everybody is good. I find it interesting that even though we are producing everything we need, we're still using a lot of foreign equipment in our divisions. I guess because they're just as good. QF 17 pounders. Nice. From Australia. Interesting. And Australian 5.5-inch heavy artillery. Okay, well, it's a little bit straight on supply, but it's not causing attrition. 25% previous infrastructure. Where is the supply coming from? Why is that not at maximum infrastructure? The port's at max. The airfield's at max. I could throw some radar over there, just for giggles. Alright, May 8th. Justification's complete. Declare war. And I'm actually going to invite Yugoslavia into that. Ah, they do actually have one division. The reason I invite Yugoslavia is because then I can just directly hand this territory to Yugoslavia in the peace conference. Boom. Piece of cake. Yugoslavia. Take all states. They can't, apparently. I'll give them all my score. And they annexed it. Good. Alright, so you guys can just go find some place to sit. Okay, so these guys are still repairing all the damage that they took when my allies nuked the crap out of them in the war. This was June 6th, right? So yeah, just about ready. Switzerland, not yet. 29%. How goes Tibet? They're up to 19%. We also need to make a decision eventually about what we're going to be doing over here with the Manchu Republic. We can annex it ourselves. We can give it to China. We can make it its own state. Those are the kind of the three options that I have here. I mean, does it have any decent resources? It has, like, no resources. Well, it's got some steel. That's about it. So, I mean, it could be useful to annex for that purpose. I mean, China does have claims on it. Justification for the Portuguese is done. So, I mean, we could give it to China. And necessitate war with Japan, which we have been preparing for a bit. So, we'll see how that goes. Alright. You guys get on patrol routes. Here, here, and here. Submarines. Get in the Mediterranean there. You guys go there. Alright. And then we declare war on Portugal. Alright, it's going to be hard for these guys to hit the beach. We've already engaged the Portuguese Navy. We only lost one naval bomber, sunk 4 destroyers. Perfect. Alright, so let's do this. We're going to launch you. We're going to kind of stagger the launches. Insufficient naval superiority in regions. Eh? Oh! My submarines aren't in place yet. There they are. Alright, you guys go. Everybody wants to join. We're not worried about letting anybody else join. Alright. You guys go. And you guys go. Free civilian factories. I think for the time being, we're just going to continue to build infrastructure. Because it doesn't hurt anything to do that. And we do have air superiority, yes? Oh, but not over here. Well... 600 enemy aircraft. We have 1,000 jet fighters. I could bring some more jets. Let's see what we got. Alright, looks like that Spetsnaz is going to make beach uncontested. These guys are doing well. The Marines are attacking. Alright, we have the port. Alright, before we do much else, we need to get this port built as fast as possible. We don't have enough of the territory to build any infrastructure there yet. Can we wipe those guys out, please? There we go. And all 24 of your divisions. Actually, delete that front. Everybody get on this front. We'll just give everybody orders. I'll get rid of those orders. I think we probably have plenty of force on the ground to deal with this. Oh, we managed to pocket. If you guys wipe out that pocket. Did we actually lose some ships here? No, not there. Lost some planes. Now I might have to invade their colonies. They probably have victory points down there? Yep, these guys were seeing pretty well. They are at 86%. While that's moving... Okay, something strange happened with the fronts. Okay, so let's reorganize these fronts a little bit. No. And there. Nope, nope, not like that. Why would you do that? Alright, fine. Okay, that's just goofy. Why don't we just do that then? Just completely envelop them. And tell them to wipe them out. Okay, so it'll be causing attrition. And let's build infrastructure there. Alright, well, we are at time here, so we'll have to end the episode. We'll finish off Portugal when we come back next episode. There's one victory point down there. And one victory point here. Huh. I might have some options. They should have some troops somewhere nearby. There's some. Okay, yep. I'll have to take a look at the situation and then see how I want to do it when we come back. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.